Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I just dinged 120, well, I dinged a couple of days ago, and it's time for doing dungeons and world quests and shit, but also for a round of arena skirmishes. And I have a lot of clips to show you guys today with my commentary dubbed over it, so you know the state of mind I'm in when playing. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, first game is against Boomkin and Arms Warrior, and we're playing double red paladin. It's a beautiful thing, man, double red. So the plan is to kill the warrior first. I'm gonna Blade of Justice here and Judgment, pop my Inquisition. The warrior is on me. Now, he gets stunned and trinkets that shit, then he stuns me, I trinket, I stun him back, and both wings are up, and what do you know, that's all she wrote. Man, it's ridiculous, man. The double red paladin burst is ridiculous, especially if you don't have any other trinket, right? But also, this Boomkin can dish out a lot of damage. Interrupted that Cyclone, and still here I had to use my Word of Glory and Flash of Light. And the thing is, I use Seraphim's Blessing over here just to be able to survive more, because against certain comps, you have to take that shit, man. Okay, next game is against Proud Warrior and Red Paladin. So what you're gonna do when you're facing another red paladin in the arena, you gotta make him to bubble first. Use your mind games, use whatever tricks you got to make him to bubble first, okay? So here we go. They both gonna be on my ass. I'm gonna Blade of Justice and Judgment, get my Inquisition up and Shield of Vengeance. The other paladin got Eye for an Eye, got feared, he trinketed that, then he got stunned. Beautiful stuff. I have time to cast a Flash of Light on me, so I'm going back over here to the paladin. Pop my Wake of Ashes and Execution Sentence on top of his shield. That blew up pretty fast. I bopped the warrior to keep things safe. Now I did try to hush the paladin, he just bubbled a second earlier. Hey man, we learn from these mistakes, no problemo. Use one Word of Glory, but the pally doesn't have any more bubbles. I have my bubble on, so I'm just gonna chase his ass and that's all she wrote, baby. So I'm trying to do a bitch move here, just gonna try to heal away, but the Prot warrior just gave up. So remember guys, always try to make the paladin bubble first. So we're playing here Red Paladin Arcane Mage, and we're facing off Havoc Demon Hunter and Beast Mastery Hunter. Now we both decided we're gonna go for the Beast Mastery Hunters. There's not hunters in this game. Fuck it. So here the Demon Hunter uses his Spectral Sight. I'm gonna negate that shit. He used his Imprisoned here for nothing. He got there, look at that, he got pretty close to the mage but still didn't get him out. And I don't know, he got bored. Now he used his Fly From Above or whatever that shit is called. I don't remember. It does a little bit of damage, but the mage is getting out of invis now. Here is the hunter coming out to play. I'm just gonna rush here, stun his ass, use my Blade of Justice. Gotta get my Inquisition up. Look at this backpedaling here. Look at this. Okay, Wake of Ashes, Execution Sentence, one more Judgment, get the Templar's Verdict. He healed a little bit, which is fine. The mage Ice Block, and then he cancelled it. I'm still on the hunter with everything I got over here. Use my Shield of Vengeance just to be safe, and if anything happens, I have my bop ready for that mage, right? So here the hunter gets pretty fucking low. He uses his turtle. Now I'm gonna go just a little bit for this guy, use Word of Glory and then bop just to keep the mage safe. The turtle aspect now is getting down, and pop. That was it, baby. That was it. So stunning the Demon Hunter here, gonna pop my Hammer of Reckoning, you know, just to make things a little bit faster. Now here he popped his Darkness. Now get out of there. Get out of there. Nah, he doesn't want to get out of there. Well, I just fake cast a little bit his Interrupt over there, but obviously this is for fun and games. The game is already in the bag. So here he goes into the sky once again. Look at those arcade missiles going up to the sky. That's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Awesome game, yo. Alright, so we finally placed in a 3v3 game, and it's a Cupid. I love playing Cupid. But this is a good example on how arena skirmishes tend to go sometimes when this is all chaotic. We didn't talk it out prior to the game starting, so I'm gonna go for the priest, the hunter's gonna go for the rogue, it's fine. Use Blade of Justice here, get my Inquisition up, and I use my Wake of Ashes, which I shouldn't. I should have used wings first, but anyways, I popped it now. And I interrupted that shit, gonna trinket this stun, and I have my Shield of Vengeance as well, just because I want to keep it safe, and that shit blown up for quite a while. As you can see, they're half HP. Now, the priest has Dispersion. I'm gonna switch on to the rogue. The hunter was already on the rogue. He got like thorns and the shields from the priest, everything nice. What are you gonna do, right? Thing is, in 3v3s, it's good practice when you're playing skirmishes, right, with unknowns. But it's really good to talk it out a little bit before the game starts. We didn't do that, you know, and this is why it's so chaotic. So I can see the Druid is in a trap. I have my Hodge ready for his ass. Now the priest got him into a fear, which is really good. I got into a fear as well. I cannot get out of it, so I'm just gonna wait to get out, and here is the stun. Now the priest is getting pretty low. Hunter sees that and he switches to him. He got him into a stun. The main problem is here, and I can see this now, like watching. Okay, the rogue peels off pretty good, I gotta say. But my main problem in this game is I didn't use the execution sentence as often as I should have. Because while doing, you know, dungeons for gear and reputation quests and shit like that, I didn't play with execution sentence, and I've gotten used out of it, okay? So you're gonna see that shit, I don't use it as often. But here now, the druid is getting into a trap. I have my hutch ready, I'm gonna stun him. And it's only me and the priest over here. So I can see that my priest is getting pretty low. Gonna get back over here and try to help him. But, you know, the rogue saw that shit and he just vanished. So this is a little bit of a reset. So you always have to watch your party frames, man. And if shit goes down into your group, just retreat. This is a small reset we had over here. No problemo. So we're getting back into the priest. The hunter does a good job keeping the rogue out of combat, into combat. I get silenced and poisoned up and all that shit. I can see he's targeting the hunter, so I'm gonna cleanse my poisons, and what do you know, he gets back. You know, the druid is now into a trap, so this is a good kill time to get onto this rogue. But he gets void shifted by the priest, and this is a good signal. I immediately stun the druid, and I think, hey, the hunter's gonna see this, let's kill the priest, but no, he wouldn't have it, right? So I pop my shield of vengeance, because again, I'm somewhere all alone over here, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna get at me. As you can see over here, they're both on me right now. The shield blew up in the rogue's face, which is beautiful. I get gripped for some reason. I wasn't in danger, so I don't understand that. Getting hit into a rogue because I have him like really close. He popped his evasion, and the druid is into a trap once again. So I have my hodge ready also. We can follow up with that shit, and he gets away. The priest gets blinded. I'm gonna hodge his ass, and here I'm gonna bubble because, you know, things is getting pretty ridiculous. So once again, we get the rogue pretty fucking low, and I was lucky the priest didn't dispel my bubble. So the rogue gets stopped off, and he tries to run away right now, which he does, and I'm not gonna follow him. I'm just gonna go for the priest here. And the thing is, as the game went further and further, RCCs got better coordinated, right? So here the druid gets into a trap once again. I pop my for an eye just to be safe. I can see he gets feared but is DR'd, so I'm gonna follow up with a stun after that shit ends. And we get the rogue once again pretty fucking low. But the priest gripped him out of there. I got slowed by the poisons, so I'm not gonna follow him. I'm gonna get back to the priest over here. But the good thing is we're putting pressure now on both DPSs. They're both pretty fucking low, right? So the druid doesn't have any trinket, okay? And this is the moment, right? This is the moment we're getting hit into a fear. Gonna trinket that shit. Everything is up. Got one more blade of wrath, and the rogue is dead. The thing is, the enemy druid did a huge mistake. He just shapeshifted instead of throwing a heal or something onto his rogue. And as chaotic as this game was, finally, as it went further and further, we got to coordinate ourselves and we got to switch the right targets at the right time. If not that, at least the CCs went pretty well. And playing Cupid is always awesome because of that. You got the stun, fear, trap, all of that beautiful stuff. Man, that was a long ass game. But here is a short one. So here is the beautiful thing. Double paladin against double hunter. How about them apples? So I'm starting off on the marksman hunter here. I get concussive shot, gonna use my freedom, use judgment on his ass, and get him into a stun. I get disoriented, which is fine. Get my stacks up from vengeance aura. Shield of vengeance is up. Gonna use my inquisition, then pop my wings, triggering this trap. Now I'm gonna get my wake of ashes, and I get blown up. I fire for an eye up, and I pop a word of glory. Didn't use execution sentence just to heal up, but at this point he used his turtle, and I'm switching to the survival. Get a good 10k Templar's verdict over there. One more Templar's verdict, pretty good. But even though I have wings up, I still have to bubble over here because I was getting pretty low and you cannot risk it too much. So I'm just gonna flash Hill Flight until I have no more mana, and I'm gonna go to the survival. I'm gonna stick to him. My bro over here is gonna go for that marksman hunter. This guy used his turtle. I'm gonna use one more flash of light. He uses his bandages, it's all good. And now it's gonna be mano a mano. And he has his scorpion pet, which does reduce healing for quite a bit, so it is pretty scary, and the damage is pretty ridiculous. As you can see here, he gets me pretty low. But hey man, I'm gonna use here one word of glory, weak as fuck, and wake of ashes sealed the deal. But hey, double hunter against double paladin, beautiful game. Okay, next game is the last one, and we're playing against Feral Druid and Windwalker Monk. Ferals are pretty scary, man, I gotta say. And I think I'm playing with a Feral also, no, with a Boomkin. So here is the stun. I'm gonna trinket that shit and stun him back immediately. Never gonna let him do his shit, and he goes back, tries to reset, which is pretty good. I have my racial used up, he has his trinket, so I still have my bop, my shields, my heals, word of glories, everything up, right? So they're gonna try to open up on me once again, and I'm not gonna let it happen. Never let a Federal use all of its shit in his full stun, right? So here they come, right? He gets me to a stun, I bubble that shit, bop it, and now I go for him, right? I'm gonna slow him, use my wings over here, get execution sentence, wake of ashes, get a Templar's verdict, and look at that. Focus, interrupt that heal from that monk. Don't you off heal him, man. And now I'm just trying to run for him. I get the DR stun, no problemo. The Boomkin is going on the other side. I get him in here. I got my stun ready. It's gonna be a DR stun, but it's enough to get him killed. Hello, baby. So, yeah, man, Ferals are pretty scary, but you have to put pressure. It's similar to Rogue. Just put pressure as much as possible and don't let them open up with everything they got. But this was it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very, very much for watching, and see y'all tomorrow. Peace.